Go for it, 5.
Unit 5, good morning. Karaoke was medic 102 for a 69-year-old female who is conscious, having difficulty breathing.
Here we go. Sit north on Chambers, buddy. North on Chambers. We're going to go up to Montview. Montview it is, top of the hill.
What a guy. Good morning from Firehouse 5, where you and I are spending the day riding along with these crews. Today already started off with a medical call that interrupted the shift briefing and just getting back to get the rest of the day started. The technical rescue team responded to University Hospital after a patient arrived in the emergency department with a trapped appendage. They called Aurora Fire Rescue, and Ladder 5 and Heavy Rescue 5 responded. Both of those apparatus are equipped with various tools to assist people who are trapped in, on, or under things, and more importantly, the firefighters who have specialized training to conduct those rescues. The firefighters assisted the ED staff with getting that patient free so they could resume treatment. Aurora Fire Rescue often attends different events at schools. Most of the time, those are educational visits where kids get to take a look at the fire apparatus, meet with firefighters, learn about their job and how to stay safe. This one's a little different. This is a visit for a culture parade here at East Middle School, and Engine and Ladder 5 are showing their support.
Yeah, so I'd say either, obviously you're not really elevator.
So what are you doing in here?
Playing the victim. So laying down, I'm going to activate my pass as if I was a firefighter on the end who abandoned his hose line and is now down and trapped.
They had a hose failure. They bailed off the nozzle into a nearby room for protection, but they're trapped as they are.
figure out how to do communication, me and Zach have worked together a bunch.
Sure.
But I think once we figure out, whose role is what and how to talk to each other.
Yeah, you guys are smooth.
Getting off that mattress was hard.
Yeah.
You're in charge of this helmet. I'll get his gloves.
Easy on that right shoulder.
All right. Hand him the other hand. Glove. Give him the glove.
Oh, I got you.
Everybody good?
Arms straight.
Nice and easy on this.
Yeah, knees.
Just the shoulder's been bothering me.
Good.
Yep. Pick the wrong one to be the victim.
There you go. I'm alive! Yes! I'm alive! Alive!
And a terrible shot. Nice work, fellas.
That was smooth, guys.
Engine 5 with PD on a crash investigation at E6 Avenue and North Chambers Road.
I'll get you a quick head count to me. Come out your side.
Yeah, so the engine company got here and immediately started assessing the patient. And they started getting there, stabilizing the vehicle, covering up the patient, taking care of them the best they could. We had a medic inside the car. That's a pretty standard process.
After request of Engine 5, who is Chambers Command for extrication on a crash at E6 Avenue and North Chambers Road. Ladder 5 and Battalion 1 at the request of Chambers Command for extrication on a crash at 6 Bin Chambers. Respond on TAC 2 at 1533.
Yeah, we got a T-bone accident right here where the car was side punched and the door was crunched in so the victim couldn't get out, patient couldn't get out. So we had to do extrication.
Ladder 5 Chambers Command.
You good on resources?
We're great, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my stuff and I'll be
Yeah, Cap, when you arrive, I need you to come opposing on Chambers, and then you can nose in right to the red SUV, and we're gonna start off with, I think, just the door pop.
Ladder company, we arrive and we're also going to be stabilizing it. We could, in this case, all the airbags are deployed, so we didn't need to cut the battery, but typically we would do that. Next step is we get all the tools out and we teamwork it essentially. I'll come up with a game plan of what we're going to do, and then it's go to work. Everybody has a tool and everybody's just waiting to step in when they can.
start healing it from the top too. Try to open it up.
Yep.
I'll start peeling this off. We had a plan to attack the nadir pin. So we attacked the nadir pin by working from the top down, dropping it in, and then spreading it out this way. With the crunch being as significant as it was, it just took a little bit more. The door delaminated pretty quickly. Then after that, we had a plan B of attacking the hinges on this side. We didn't end up needing to do that technique, but we were ready for it.
For a person who's like in this situation, what should they do if they can't get out of their car?
If they can't get out, then the best thing to do is just to not move and stay put. We're gonna go, as soon as they're in the accident, we're gonna cover you up, make sure that you're safe, make sure no further harm happens to you. But yeah, we're definitely gonna just keep you safe. One thing you could do is take your seatbelt off. That'd be one more thing to help us out. But we would cut it off if that didn't happen. So. 9.8 rescues occur every day in the nation. 454 structure fires with rescues per year, with 881 civilians rescued. That's a lot of people. Multifamilies average 2.6 victims per fires with rescues. In a multifamily, there's likely to be more than 2 people that are going to be found. That's like pretty important, because if you go to multifamily and you're like, oh, there's reports of a person inside there, there's probably at least another one, if not a third, based off of this study. So 44% of victims are being located in the bedrooms. That makes sense. 11% in the hallways. It's actually 10.5% of victims are found within 6 feet of an exit. 66% of victims that survived were located within 2 minutes of arrival of the first in company. Okay, so that's pretty high percentages. All right, so this goes over real easy here. Okay, we know the scene of the fire. We did a 360 Bravo Charlie corner. Okay, hose is going to go in and attack the fire. Meanwhile, the healer is going to go and they're going to do a primary search. And then the ladder company is going to go straight to the high probability area. So this is engine crew, ladder crew. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so when the OV team comes in, they could hit the other areas wherever hasn't been searched. Okay, that's the goal we have to do. We're almost done, so we'll hit it later. Okay.
Avenue, Engine 5 posting.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of running through protocols, different chest pain protocols that we have. You know, am I going to go cardiac? Is it going to be respiratory? Shortness of breath? I'm running through our protocols, how they line up, different medications I may need to give, yeah, for the most part, that's kind of it.
Is it safe to assume chest pain is going to be a paramedic advanced life support call?
It may or may not be, right? It could be traumatic that causes the chest pain. So we just never know until we get on scene. I try to keep my mind open as far as what it might be, and not get tunnel visioned into something, because it's easy to get on scene and think chest pain is automatically going to be cardiac, and then you get kind of fooled, or you fool yourself into missing the bigger picture of what it really might be. So I try to keep an open mind so that when I get on scene, I'm listening to that patient. As I interview them, as I get more of the story, I really get a nice pathway on which direction I should go. All right, so we arrived on scene. We had adult patient was still experiencing this chest pain when we arrived on scene, and it was a sharp chest pain that she was experiencing. Something out of the ordinary for her. It was a great call on her part to call us to come and get evaluated at the hospital, because with chest pain you just never know if it's cardiac in origination, if it has to do with the pulmonary side of things, with your lungs. So it was a good idea for her to call. She just doesn't know it was different than what she had experienced in the past. You know, we always recommend, like, anything that's scaring you, you know, especially when it has to do with chest pain, something out of the ordinary that just doesn't feel right. You just never know how serious it can be. And so to be on the road and have an accident that's caused by, you know, a medical problem, like, we're always going to recommend not to chance it, right? We're going to err on the side of caution. Call us, we can come, we can evaluate you. If everything's looking fine and we're not too concerned, we can maybe give you a little direction. And you know, you can do a refusal and you can stay at home and you can drive yourself, or we'll have the ambulance there and we can load you up in the ambulance and take you to the hospital if we're concerned for you that, you know, things may be a little more serious and we wouldn't want you driving your own vehicle to the hospital.
Thanks for spending the day riding along with me and the firefighters here at Station 5. Hopefully you learned some new information about Aurora Fire Rescue, and maybe this video inspired some questions that we can answer for you in future videos. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, please do that. And you can send us a message on any of our social media platforms, or send me an email, afdpio@auroragov.org. And I would love to answer any questions you have and hear your suggestions about where you would like me to explore and ride along in future videos. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.